Welcome back. You're watching Wake Up Australia. And it's been a big summer for Mother Nature, hasn't it, Gary?
That's right, Kat. The country has been devastated by fires, floods and drought recently. And if you're anything like me, you've probably been asking yourself, is this the end of the world?
Well, I hope not. Maths has just started. But seriously, the end of the world. And to add fuel to the fire, the government looks set to shelve its much-vaunted surplus to fund the response to these natural disasters.
It does feel like it's getting harder and harder to deny that climate change is real.
So to help us all with our climate change denier tips and tricks, it's our very own resident expert, Scotty Tape. Or, as you probably know him, the Barefoot Denier. Scotty, welcome.
Great to be here.
Scotty, now tell us, how did you come up with the concept of the Barefoot Denier?
Yeah, well, I've been working as a climate denier for a few years, helping others achieve their climate denier goals. And what I found was a lot of people really wanted to deny climate change, but they just didn't know where to start.
Well, let's have a look at your book, Scotty, because what I love about it is it really is a simple step-by-step guide to climate denialism that absolutely anybody can engage with.
Yeah, it's mainly just common sense, but I do lay it all out step by step, starting with the basics, like how to open and use limited account, right through to the more complex stuff, like using emissions credits to claim you're on track to meet your Paris targets.
Or pushing back your 2030 emission targets to 2050, like Labor have done.
Exactly. See, a lot of people don't realise this. Even when you claim to accept climate change, you can still find sneaky little ways to avoid taking immediate action.
Now, Scotty, some people have really tried to undermine your barefoot denialism with things like facts.
Well, that's the thing about facts. You can use them to prove anything, can't you? But as Jim Molan said on Q&A, you don't have to rely on them. People forget this all the time. If a fact falls in the woods and those woods catch fire due to unprecedented temperatures and no one does anything to avoid it happening again, did the fact really happen?
Facts are tricky.
Good point. Scotty, what would you say to the people that are sitting home today and watching this and thinking, I'd like to be a climate denier, but I'm not sure where to begin?
Well, I'd say they're in luck, because I've got 3 hot tips to give them the confidence to walk into Parliament brandishing a lump of coal without any sense of irony whatsoever.
Well, Scotty, talk us through them.
OK. Number 1, blame the Greens. Blaming the fires on the Greens is a really simple way to kickstart your climate denial dream.
And it doesn't matter that they're not actually in government?
That's what I like to call an NIF, or not important fact.
Fantastic. I'm going to use that at school pickup.
OK, number 2, don't go outside. Going outside or reading scientific journals or generally engaging with the outside world in any meaningful way can provide a really nasty reminder of the impact of climate change. So I'd definitely try and avoid that wherever possible.
And number 3?
Invest in property in Alice Springs. That way, if all else fails and sea levels start rising, at least you'll have a nice little waterfront property portfolio to fall back on.
Scotty Tape, excellent advice. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure.
Stay cool.
He makes it sound so easy, doesn't he? Well, coming up next, Veronica, with all the latest fashion tips on how to turn that old smoke mask into this season's must-have coronavirus mask.
Can't wait for that.
Don't go away. You're watching Wake Up Australia.